I'm back. I don't know if you've missed me. I certainly missed you guys. Where have I been? I was basically touring Scotland, 26 places all in all, about 1,700 miles worth of driving from home to Scotland, around and back. Did I enjoy myself? Yeah, I did. Midges, horrific things. Avoid the West Coast this time of year. They're not great. They can kind of put a stop to your holiday. But no, what I mean, but I genuinely did miss you guys. I actually took all my video equipment away with me to do some recording, so I can actually record one of these videos. But the weather, it just comes and goes. It can be raining, and then 10 minutes later it's just sunny, then it's raining again.
We need to get to that island over there for the wallabies. Oh.
You just can't predict it. I was on multiple weather apps, and yeah, I gave up in the end. So I hope you can forgive me. Every opportunity where the sun was shining, I took the opportunity to enjoy it. I come across like feeding squirrels in a park, went paddleboarding, went on an island where there's actually wild wallabies on there. I couldn't really get any good photos of the wallabies, I'm afraid. Yeah, they're not quite as friendly as the squirrels. They'd hop away. But the story behind that is some lady, I've forgotten when, but she basically brought wallabies to an island. They've apparently since been culled down to maintain the population. But this island is actually up for £500,000. You can buy it along with the house that's on there. Plans to build a hut. No one lives on the island. It's up for sale. The house is derelict. I went in despite all of the danger signs, just because I'm nosy, really. So what good news have I heard? Not quite good news, more sort of cute news. There's a child in Leicester called Vinney. He's 4 years old. He's obsessed with Toy Story, absolutely obsessed with it. It actually put a smile on my face where it actually made other people quite emotional. On his first day back to school, he effectively lined up all of the Toy Story characters that he owns, and he owns them all, and he recreated this scene from Toy Story 3 where Andy is saying goodbye to them because he's off to college. 4 years old, to come up with that, he like I say, I suppose he's obsessed. So yeah, that put a smile on my face. I thought I'd definitely let you guys know about that one. Look it up. Another story I read about was a gentleman called Axel Aleman. He was running in a 5k race over in America in Shelbyville, and he was behind Levi Lagrange, and Levi Lagrange took a bit of a stumble and twisted his ankle. He didn't know at the time he twisted his ankle, but he was in a severe amount of pain. He got up, he tried to run, and Axel noticed this, and instead of actually just passing him and leaving him for dust, being real sort of competitive, he went the other way. He put his hand on the back of Levi and stayed with him the whole race, just encouraged him. It was only half a mile to go. I say only, I can barely run half a mile. But half a mile to go, and he encouraged him. He just kept, and he guided him over the finish line. And he didn't even go over first. He made sure that Levi went over the finish line before he did. I'm not entirely sure where they came in the race. It doesn't matter. Presumably last, if you're going to be running on a sprained ankle. But you're a hero, Axel, and everyone needs someone like you in their lives. So keep it up, and hopefully people watching this video will be inspired by you. Something that almost brought a tear to my eye, in happiness, not sadness, is a blind mum, Taylor Ellis. She went for a 20-week scan for her unborn baby and just broke down in tears. The doctors were describing the baby to her, but she couldn't see. And I'm not a mum, but I can't, and I can't possibly put my feet in her shoes, but I can kind of imagine how difficult that must be. And the doctors at John Hopkins Hospital, they picked up on this, and they all clubbed together and they created a 3D scan. So they've actually 3D printed her 20-week scan, and yeah, she's just happy. She's delighted, as you would be. Must be very difficult for her. Difficult for any person who's blind. She was born with glaucoma, so I don't think she's completely blind, but she's pretty much there. And it must be so difficult for people who, you know, who give birth. They can't see the babies. Yeah, so thank you to all of the doctors at John Hopkins Hospital over in Baltimore in America. What a tremendous thing to do. What a great act of kindness. Well, I just want to say thanks to Paul Ruffy. He sent me an article with some good news. So thanks for that. Please put in the comments below any good news stories that you've had, and I'll give you a shout out, and I'll make sure I cover your story. So yeah, I'll see you next week.